What is up, fellow traders? Black Coffee Trader coming to you. It is Monday, the 20th day of May. We had another really nice start to the week. That's the second Monday in a row that I've been green, and the second day in a row that I've been green. Had a green Friday, green day today. I'm really happy with my mental game, how I'm managing the day. I took basically one trade today. A little bit of a backup. I had a past eval, a 50K past eval that I was just kind of holding on to because I had 10 accounts. I have 12 accounts now. And then on, I think it was Friday, I bought and passed a 25K eval. So now I wanted to activate that 25K funded account. I've never had one, never bought one. Bought one Friday, passed it. Now I've got a 25K funded account. I don't know how I'm going to like it, but here we go. However, in order to activate that PA, I had to first activate this 50K because I had passed it prior to passing the 25K, if that makes sense. So I decided, oh, well, we have 12 accounts now. And instead of having 10 and hanging on to any extra past accounts. Past as in PASSED, past evals. Anyway, so that's where we're at, and that's why we have 12 accounts, but up almost $1,200 across the 12 accounts. I took one trade, copy trading 8 PAs for $150. We'll call it winner. That was this trade right here, and to kind of look at the day in general. You know, the overnight we started in this, we were in this like 118, 660 range, 660, 690 range, kind of holding that level. We dipped down below this 18, 645 level, and then the move today really happened in the first hour. The first hour of the day we had what, a 35 to 7, almost 760. So, you know, nice 100 and some point move, 130, 125 point move this morning. And that was really the move of the day. And then this, we'll call it 18,740 or just under 18,740. This level held pretty much all day. There was just no continuation. And if you look, I really thought we were kind of putting together a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern, but then we kind of broke out here a little bit late in the day. But in any case, after this morning's trade, I was so happy with the execution of that trade. I did leave some money on the table, and just the way the market, there was just no continuation, and I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to risk it. There was a couple of times I thought about entering another trade with these 8 accounts, but I decided I'm just going to wait for something really perfect. I'm looking for a very low risk trade, especially since I'm copy trading. I want something just like we have here, where we're right on a level. We've realized that a level is holding. Like, I didn't take this trade right away. Let's look back up a little bit further. As we were having this move in the morning, we got to this 710 level, and I just was not tempted. I've made this mistake, and I feel like I'm going through school here really quickly the last couple of weeks. I've really made a lot of mental improvements to my trading. And one of them is to not take a trade just because we get to a level. I've really struggled with over the last couple of weeks. If a move is going up in this case, and we hit this level, now we have a red candle, immediately I want to go short. And could I have taken something there? Yeah, possibly. Or yeah, I could have, 100% could have. But waiting for some level or some form of verification that we're getting a rejection or a continuation. So in this case, we just continued to rip higher, and then we slowed down, and we got this little, and I almost went long in here, and I thought I was going to wait a little bit, and watching these candles, and this is when I decided to enter. Great trade. I was really happy with that. I left almost 150 on the table. I had the opportunity to close this trade out at just over 200, and I didn't. And I didn't because I had moved my stop. I still struggle with moving my stop, and I feel like if I would have had my finger on the close all button, I probably would have killed that trade in that 200 level. Nice 10-point move, nice trade. I'm looking for, my ATM strategy is for 15 points or $300. So I had moved my stop up, and then I just kind of kept bumping my stop while we had this little mini pullback, and I could have easily survived that and then taken this full advantage. So I'm still struggling with this. I like to, when I'm in profit over $100, I struggle with allowing the trade to continue to work. What I don't like seeing is it coming back and nearly stopping me out, and I feel like I missed sometimes. And oftentimes what that really is the market's just doing its thing, and you just have to believe and understand in your trade and so on and so forth. So, but looking at the risk to reward, I had very little risk here. There was, I mean, the potential was fully to the upside here. And so I could have a very low stop loss. I'm not going to be losing a lot of money if I'm wrong on this trade. That's what I'm looking for. So very, very happy with the execution. Obviously, there was multiple entries throughout the day on this level. And again, because there was no continuation, I had a little bit of flashbacks to what happened the other day where we had this like triple and then the triple touch points, and the last touch point we fell through. I was like, I'm just not going to risk it. I want something a little bit more certain, and that's why I didn't take another trade with these 8 accounts. Now, I did take a lot of trades. Well, I guess I will say a lot of trades for me. I took like 10 or 12 trades with these 4, what I call my near-death accounts. These accounts, we really did pretty much a break-even day. We made like $1 or $4 on each one of them. These were up and down quite a bit, and I was trading micros and kind of jumping in and out. But again, didn't get good trades. Actually, I can show you that. We had a winner here this morning. We had another winner. We had a loser. We had a couple losers in a row. And see, look at this. I was looking for something long off that level, and it looks like it could have been a really clean and easy day to just go long every time we hit this 740. And technically you kind of could, but it didn't hold true enough. I mean, we had, 10-point dips, almost 10-point dips here below, and that's a $200 swing. If you're entering somewhere here and you've got a fairly tight stop, you're going to get taken out. And that's kind of what happened on some of these trades. And then this move here, this was really, really an ugly move. I don't know what this was here this afternoon around 2:30 or 2:15, but there I lost $20 on micros, and then I went short here for a win, went short again looking for continuation. That was a loss. So it's easy for me to take micro trades, and I don't like that. As I don't know how to say it. That may sound a little bit strange, but I don't like the fact that I can easily take trades on micros. It doesn't bother me to just jump in a trade and see what happens. I've got a very low, dollar amount risk reward, but I don't like that style. So my goal here is to get the drawdowns on these 4 near-death ones, quote unquote. I want to get these drawdowns up to this 300 range. I was really trying to get there today, and I just couldn't quite get there. I had it up to like 294. Once I get above 300, I'm going to roll these into my copy traded rest of them, and then trade a mini. If I lose $200. I'm back to $100 in drawdown. I'll go back to trading micros. The point there is, if I win, now all at once I'm up to $400 or $500 in drawdown, and I have some wiggle room, and I can start to work my way back out of that. So that's the thesis and what I'm looking for. And again, I'm just trading these levels, looking at support resistance. One of the things I did add today, I'm following trades by Matt. I mean, a lot of people are. Matt's pretty consistent, and he's been very, very consistent as of late. But one of the things that he does is looks at the initial balance high, initial balance low, which is the first hour of the day, the high and the low. So I just drew this in. I don't have an indicator for it, or at least I couldn't find one. If someone knows of one on NinjaTrader, please let me know. But I just drew in a line. This green line is the initial balance high, and the red line is initial balance low. So we opened, boom, hit this immediately and just ripped. And then we just kind of held there. There was really nothing outside of that. You could say this was kind of a push back to the middle, but anyway, it got rejected and we went back higher. So that's what those lines are. Not that I'm just looking at it to see, hey, what does it tell me? Do I get any value out of that? So yeah, very, very happy with the day. Great start to the day, and hope we can continue. I want to look at TradeZella. Where's TradeZella? Here we go. I did keep the 25K account separate so that I can look at it separately. Again, I don't know if this is a wise move or not to get a 25K, but we have one and we're going to see what happens. So that's that account. Now I'm going to copy trade it with everything else, I think, unless something goes really, off the rails somewhere. But I'm still going to track it separately. And then looking at all of our accounts, which would be all the PAs. For today, we ended up, like we said, almost 1,200 in profit, and a nice profit day, a couple back to back. And I've got if I look at the last it's easier to look at it here. If I look at the last 7 days, we've had 5 green, 2 red. Why 7? Why not look at the whole month? I mean, I'm just looking at wins. Looking at the month, I'm getting close to the 50% win rate, so I'm getting better. I feel like things are going in the right direction. I just need to avoid having the really big red day, like this $4,000, almost $5,000 red day. If I can absorb a $1,500, $2,000 red day, that's not so bad. So the other thing that I've been working on is the average win versus loss. Today, that was very, very good. What you see on the chart right here, I would be thrilled with this at all times. 52% win rate. I'd love to see it higher than that. However, 50% win rate and the average win being 3 times the average loss, that is a 100% profitable system. 3.66 profit factor. So that's really what I'm trying to get to. And I fully understand that I have a mental hurdle, like I talked about here at the outset. I have to let trades run, like this trade this morning. Had I let that trade run, I could have gotten to nearly 300 in profit. And that really helps this average win rate. So that's what I'm kind of working on. If you look at the Zella score here, excellent Zella score on this, on just today on these accounts. So, and that really comes because I've traded a lot of micros today. I had 1 trade on minis, a lot of trades on micros. Obviously, there's not much of a loss there. So that's really what tips that. It's a bit skewed, but it is interesting to see that. And then looking at this month, obviously still not where we need to be, but in any case, that's where we are. Also want to look at a couple things I want to show you on the payout goals and the spreadsheet that I've shared that you guys can find in the link down below. But I added the last 2 accounts here, especially this 25K. I'm not exactly, I think you need 26.6 if I looked at that correctly to get to a payout. And I'm not sure what you can withdraw. I just put in a rough $1,000. So that's kind of the target. That's the only account that we were close today. We need 155, we had 146. The rest of them, again, I took 1 trade, so didn't get to the 250, 300 that I need, but that's okay. I just want to get some wins, and really, I really love to just have a really good solid week of mostly a green week. I don't have to have a green day every single day, but if I could have a week that's at least in profit for the week, then I believe I would be a little bit more inclined to really start to push back towards getting these daily profit goals. So that's where that's at. Also, the other thing that I noticed on this other chart, I don't show this a whole lot anymore, but today was day 40 trading days on this account 30. This is that account that I have had up to like 1,700 in profit, I think 3 times already. And it's almost blown, which we've hung on to it here for a while, trading micros. So I hope I can revive that. That would be an absolute huge win if I could get that account back out of this big hole that it's been in and get it out to a payout. So, I mean, we're just under 50,000, but, so we need about 20, what is that? Almost 3,000 to get to payout. But anyway, so that is that. That's a wrap for today. Heads up, just in case you were not aware, Apex did extend their 90% off. I believe it expires on Wednesday, the 23rd, and I'm seeing some conflicted information. It kind of looks like it ends at noon, which is a little weird. Typically, they ended at 5 p.m., so I'm not sure if exactly what time it ends on Wednesday, but obviously I believe it does end on Wednesday. But again, my code BBLSTBTS always gets you the best deal with Apex, and likewise Take Profit Trader, my code BCT gets you the best deal there. I don't remember if I even covered it, but I did lose my 250K account. Really ticked off about that. I lost it in this big move this afternoon. I was long and completely got blown up right there. So that's frustrating. I had that account up to at one point nearly 6,000 and actually it was over 6,000 in profit. Did lose that, so I might buy one more. That's the second one that I've blown. I might try one more. So right now I have about 33 bucks in 2 accounts, so I may try one more here with this sale and see if I can pass it. It's a beast. It for sure is a beast, and I probably should have killed this trade early and walked away instead of hanging on to it, hoping for it to recover, and it just didn't. So anyway, that's a wrap for today. Hope you guys had a great day. Trade well tomorrow. I will try to have another update for you tomorrow afternoon. Once again, so long.